excited, you guys. United in orange, we are. Ow! Woo! I'm so excited. I should get that confetti back out, but I'm not going to because I let it sit on the floor for weeks and I had to clean it up. I'm so excited. The Broncos are #1 seed, and we are AFC West champions. Woohoo! United in orange. Woo! I would get up and do my Broncos dance. And I used to dance in some of my beginning videos, but I don't dance anymore because my dad watches the shows. And, you know, I can't embarrass my dad. And then I'll hear it from my brother. Woo! I'm so excited! You guys, I'm so excited. My girlfriend, I got this keychain, Denver Broncos. She gave me my new NFL cup. NFL, Broncos, I'll put my keychain there. Anyways, I get all this great stuff because my girlfriend works at the NFL. Don't be jealous. I'm so excited. We're #1. The game was amazing because the sheriff came back. The sheriff! Peyton Manning made his entrance in the third quarter, and he came in, and for a quarter and a half, the last 2 quarters, he came in and he scored 20 points. Offense did. So awesome. Peyton looked good. I'm so excited. All these haters out there, y'all can just sit back and watch the legend do his thing. Okay? So anyways, I love Brock. I think Brock's the future quarterback for the Broncos, and I think he's doing a great job. It had nothing to do with him. He only was responsible for like 1 or 2 of those turnovers. But when you have 5 turnovers and the offense is kind of unraveling and it needed to be taken a hold and needed a spark and it needed a leader, that's when you need to call in Peyton. Now, Brock will learn that down the road, but the thing is that Brock can't really yell at the players or demand. You know, it's a fine line because first of all, he's younger than a lot of them, and that's kind of hard. You kind of have to earn that. You can see Peyton. Some people tweeted me pictures about Peyton yelling at Demaryius Thomas like from a couple years ago. It was funny, but you know he's allowed to do that. So I'm so happy for Peyton because I felt so bad because my brother and I went to the Chiefs game when he got benched and I didn't want him to go out that way. So that he came back, I don't know who's going to be starting quarterback for the Broncos. I really don't care. This guy, Ian St. Clair, that writes for the Mile High Report, he wrote a really great article saying that it doesn't really matter who the quarterback is. You can find it on the milehighReport.com. It's such a good article because it doesn't really matter. They're both good. But I think I would lean towards Peyton just because of experience. And that is if Peyton is healthy and he feels good. He cannot lie to the coach. Not that he'd lie, but, you know, he's a competitor. But he has to feel 100%. He cannot hurt the team. So, because Brock can play hurt more because he's younger. He's only 25. So, I'm so excited. I hope Peyton comes back and we beat whoever we're going to play. Now, we'll either play the Texans, Steelers, or the Chiefs because we play the lowest seed. Now, I have read so many articles. I've watched the NFL Network. No one has the Broncos winning anything. They don't have them. They have them one and done, which makes me frustrated. But, you know, hey, we're the underdog. Great. I don't know how we can be the underdog when we're #1 seed and we have the #1 defense and we've had the most players in the AFC with them that were crowned throughout the year as AFC Offensive Player of the Week. We have the most in the AFC. So I'm sort of confused. And by the way, I think it's good that we don't blow out games because you kind of get like an ego. I think it's good that we're close because it shows like who wants it more. It's like the fight in you. It's like, rah, like John always said last year, he wants us to go out kicking and screaming, and we're going out kicking and screaming. It was so funny because Talib, you know, Aqib Talib is one of the premier cornerbacks, one of the top 3 in the league. He was a Pro Bowler again this year. He led an 80-yard pass by Rivers in the third quarter, and he was so mad. He goes in the locker room, he said, "We've never given up an 80-yard pass," and he goes, and he's so funny, he's like, "And it won't happen again." I love it, that fight. Oh, I love our guys. Grit. I love it that I want them to have a chip on their shoulder. I want them to think that no one thinks we're going to win. So, go Broncos! I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Oh, and Wilted Lettuce, he lost to the Dolphins. Poor Wilted Lettuce. And a lot of you know I called Tom Brady wilted lettuce because in a press conference, he said that he was fresh as lettuce. Well, I beg to differ. I think he's wilted lettuce. So wilted lettuce is hurt. He limped off his presser. They said that he has bruised ribs, a sprained ankle. I mean, he's tough, though. He's a competitor. He'll go out there with a broken hand and play. But wilted lettuce is hurt. And then, my favorite show, Inside the NFL, is so awesome. Yesterday, I tweeted them a question, and Adam Shine, the host, video tweeted me and answered my question. So Adam Shine has on video and Boomer Esiason. So it was so funny. But on their show yesterday, it's so funny. It's on Showtime. If you guys don't catch it. They said, it was so funny because Brandon Marshall, who's one of my favorites, on the wide receiver of the Jets. I feel bad because the Jets lost. I was really rooting for them. He said the funniest thing about Tom Brady. He's like, how old is he? And Boomer's like 38. And he's like, he looks tired. Like, he doesn't have that energy. He looks beat up and tired. And maybe he is. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC. I think the Broncos are good. And you know what, you guys? The Chiefs are playing really good. And like I said before, the Bengals are good. I think the Bengals are really good. What else is happening? So we have the wild card. Oh, a lot of coaches got fired. So it was like Black Monday and all these coaches got fired. I just found out. So happy for Chuck Pagano to retain his job as Colts. I just saw on Twitter just now that Sean Payton is going to keep his job at New Orleans. And Adam Gase is like the hot candidate, which I'm a big fan of because he was our Broncos offensive coordinator for years. He's going back for a second interview at the Eagles. But you know what? No one's talking about the Titans. And if you guys have watched the show, you know Titans. I love the Titans. So I know they're a young, up-and-coming team. But I want Adam Gase to go to the Titans and mold and get Marcus Gray and get a great offensive plan. I just see it. I want Adam Gase to go to the Titans. And I don't want Chip Kelly going there. Anyways, we have the wild card playoffs this weekend. The Patriots, Broncos, Panthers, and Cardinals all have byes. So I'm actually doing a YouTube podcast, Google Hangout thing at 5:30 with these group of NFL YouTubers that they invited me to join their group, so thank you. Oh, they're so sweet. I think I'll be the only girl, but don't worry. I grew up with older brothers, and so I know what it's like to be around a lot of testosterone. And I think it's good to have a little sprinkle of femininity. And our picks for the wild card playoffs. Okay, this weekend. Ooh, it's so exciting. Don't bother me because I'll be watching football all weekend. Let's see. Kansas City at Houston. Phil Simms on Inside the NFL went with the Houston Texans, and I don't think that's a bad pick. J.J. Watt is can run a whole team. He is a monster. I don't know, man. I mean, the Chiefs are playing really well. I don't know about that one. You know what? I'm going to go with Phil Simms on this. I'm going to say Texans are going to upset them. I know I'm going on the limb, but I just have this feeling that J.J. Watt's just going to shut down that offense. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Everyone has the Steelers beating them. Everyone has the Steelers going to the playoff Super Bowl. Where'd that come from? I know Ben is good, but their defense sucks. And if you remember, defense wins championships. I'm not picking Steelers. I'm picking the Bengals. I think the Bengals are a really good team, and A.J. McCarron is good, and they're good. They're good in special teams, offense, defense. And I watched that game against the Broncos a few times. The Bengals, I think they're the toughest to make that, in my opinion. I think they're really good. Okay, Seattle at Minnesota. Vikings I really want the Vikings to win, but I think Seattle's going to win. I mean, they just have been here many times. They know what the playoff atmosphere is like. Russell is playing lights out. Their secondary has all their miscues, handled. I just think they're going to go in there and play and beat them. Green Bay at Washington. I'm sorry, but Green Bay sucks. Washington will beat Green Bay. Green Bay, did you guys see that game? I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. The locker room is divided. Aaron Rodgers has been saying things about the offense. Their brotherhood has been dismantling. They're not like a cohesive unit, and that's why. I mean, for Aaron Rodgers to throw interceptions into the red zone, that's not Aaron Rodgers, I'm telling you. They're all emotionally cracking. So I don't think the Green Bay, and by the way, I like Green Bay and I like Aaron Rodgers, but they're not good this year and they're not winning. So I'm going with the Redskins. So those are my picks, only so you guys let me know what you guys think. Also, you know, I kind of, so this is my thing about Broncos. I think if the Broncos win the first round, the first division, their first playoff game, I think they'll go all the way. I just think it's the first round that's going to be hard for us. I don't know why. It just gets in our head or something. But hopefully Coach Kubiak will fix that. Also, what do I want to tell you guys? Oh, the Unsung Hero. So this is one of my last Unsung Heroes of the year. Because once the season ends, like it just ended, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'll be doing shows every week on the draft. And I got to start studying up on the draft, you know, potential draftees because I got to know my stuff. But you know what? Brandon Marshall, the wide receiver of the Jets, is one of my all-time favorite players. I learned about him a couple years ago when I watched this Football Life Story, and I love his story. I love him on Inside Out. He's so authentic. He's real, and he has a great foundation called Project 375, and it's their mission to eradicate the stigma surrounding mental illness and disorders. And it's founded by him and his wife, Mishi. And I follow them on Twitter, and they follow me. And actually, Brandon follows me on Twitter, too. But I love what they're doing for mental illness. And, you know, people think mental illness like, oh, you're crazy and you're in a psych ward. No, mental illness is anxiety, PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. And for me, a couple years ago, I suffered really bad anxiety for like 8 months. And it was horrible. I don't wish it upon anyone. So I know what it feels like. And it's awful. So love you, Brandon and Misha. You guys are doing a great job. And anything I can do to help, you guys let me know. And that's it for this week's show. Love you guys. Remember, 2016, spread kindness, do one act a day. That's the way we make the world a better place. Kisses. Bye, guys.
Fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young, bad girls.
Hey guys, it's Dante. I totally forgot to do a shout out to Jeremy. Oh my god, I thought I just saw a bee. Jeremy, my Twitter husband. Hi, Jeremy.